Good evening. It's Cindy Fodor here with Stamp the Love, and it's Make It Monday. And yes, I'm late. Oh my goodness. I thought I didn't have as much time as I do, and I was putzing around playing with all my new toys that I got from on stage this past weekend, and I'm planning to show you some of those. So, yeah. So sorry about that. Hopefully you'll jump on, and it won't get too late for you. I have a fun fold for you as well. Okay, that's working. Let's turn that down. Okay, just get to, we've been having a lot of internet problems. Hopefully it's just my phone acting weird. Give it a second here. Let me come back in here. I'm getting this other guy that's a comedian for some reason. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I think it's working. Okay, so pop on and say hello. Let me know that you're here. Even if you're watching this on replay, because I wasn't around when I said I would be. Thank you to Lara for messaging me and saying I can't find you, because I just talked to her today when she stopped by my house and I was getting ready to go live. So yeah, so she knew I was almost ready to go. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about some new stuff first before I get to this stuff. Let me just get my other tray here. I got my hands on this, guys. I can't show you inside, but I'm going to show you a couple of things. And it actually looks like a catalog this year, with lots and lots of good ideas. And it has like everything. It doesn't have everything in it. I will tell you that. There's a lot of stuff going online, as well as the new things that come out as online exclusives. Hi, Julie. Thanks for popping on. Hi, Sylvia. So there's still a lot of stuff that's going to be online, but what they have in the catalog, they at least have like ordering numbers there that you don't have to look everywhere for. They have the colors for the designer paper and things like that. So it's really helpful. It's very pretty and very nicely laid out. Hi, Charlene. I got 2 free sets. This one was for our make and takes, and I love that sort of sketched look. And then this one I won as a door prize. And I was like, there was another one that I really, really wanted, but my number didn't get called for that. But I thought, isn't this unique? Like, I've never seen anything like this. It's almost like wire art. Do you see what I mean? Like there's an end that's not closed, and it's almost like it started and went around. Like, yeah, anyways, I thought it's very unique, and I think I'll have fun trying to play with that. It's got some cute images in it. So that's 2 of the things that I got. Then we could do a special class. And so I signed up for this bundle. I need more hands to do this. So I signed up for this bundle. It's called Impressions of Bloom. Check out those oval dies. And I actually pulled this out and needed it for my sample tonight, or the project that I'm working on. So, not that I'm trying to do new stuff right now, because we have this doesn't start till May. But I thought I would just give you a sneak peek, especially if you're demonstrators and you couldn't go, or you're a customer and just excited to see. I did want to pull these out so you could see. These are the end colors. So very interesting colors. And then I do have a sheet that we were able to do at the event with all the colors. So there you can see. This looks like it's not quite navy. It's not quite navy. And it's not green. I thought it was green in online. That was a really dark green. I was really excited about it. But it goes really pretty with this cloud cover one. So, yeah, they're very different, but they're very on trend. Of course, Stampin' Up! Is always on trend with their colors, so it's interesting because we'll start seeing those colors probably when we shop in different clothing and things like that. I did 2 make and takes with this set. This is one of them. Really pretty flowers. This was another one, a new technique where you cut the paper. We actually cut our paper first and then pushed it together and stamped it. But yeah. So that was that. And then this was a little booklet they gave us, and I wanted to show you this since I can't show you the catalog. But check out that pretty card. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Maybe not. There we go. It focuses and then it goes away. All right, well, you get sort of an idea there, how cute that is. And then this was a set I didn't get. It's totally awesome. And they demoed this. Check out this embossing folder right here. Is that cute or what? So that's going to be really fun. Hi, Talara. Thanks for reminding me. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. I never changed that clock downstairs. So anyway, some cute things are coming. And today, I got my paper pumpkin. Now, I know a bunch of my paper pumpkin people did not order theirs this month. They canceled it, I guess. But I thought maybe, this is the first time I've done this in a while, I ordered an extra one to give away. So I'm going to do it on here. Actually, I'm planning to do it on my, not my business page, but on my personal page. So maybe pop over there and ask to be friends if we're not friends already, if you would like to win this. So I'm going to do it over there. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cindy. So how cute is that? I saw it was daisies, and I'm obsessed with them. I'm not going to open that pack, but just so that you could see that. And the cool things this month was our anniversary month. So there's some honeycomb, a honeycomb stamp, a daisy stamp, a bee, more honeycomb. So there's 2 stamp sets with this kit. And I would like to get the paper pumpkin into new hands so that you can try it, because it's so much fun. Everything's here makes it so easy to do. And check out this gorgeous box. So that is a giveaway. All right, let's get stamping. Who's ready to stamp? I'm going to, just because I don't have a face on camera, like I'm going to be working here, so I have to turn. So I'm going to just go to my other screen so that you don't have to look at my body moving all over the place. All right, so I want to use the bundle. Well, actually, I'm almost using the whole suite. The Textured Notes. This came out this month as an online exclusive. And we have these new dies. And I used them before and for class this month. And I showed you. And I'm doing a special online class, which was supposed to end on the 9th, but I didn't have time to promote it. Oh, hey, Sylvia and Debbie. And sorry if I missed anybody else that's on. So I am giving you another few days in case you want to do this this class. So how I'm doing it is you have 2 options. I'm going to show you the papers. I actually am missing, I think I used at least 1 or 2 of these, but you'll see how beautiful these woven designs are. And then, of course, the other side is either woven or linen. And then this pack is all black and white, and I'm just going to flip through there just so that you can see the beautiful designs. So the first option is you can get half a pack of both of these. They'll be cut 6 by 6 for you, and these gems for $28. You will need to have this bundle because you'll need to have this to stamp it unless you're going to use something totally different. If anything needs cut with this, I will be cutting it as long as I have enough paper to do it. If I don't, you'll have to cut it from your pieces that you get. So I encourage you to add this if you don't have that. Second option is you can get all of this, add the ribbon from the suite, and oh shoot, I forgot to bring in the corrugated embossing folder, and the ribbon, the corrugated embossing folder. What else? I wrote myself a note, but I don't see. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yes, you're going to add those two, and it's $54, and you get, so you'll get 6 cards when you order the second part of the kit. For the first part, you'll get 3 cards, and then for the second part, you'll get an additional 3 cards. Now, the second 3 cards will be fun folds. One of them is this cute fold. Okay. The other one is this little trifold. And then the third one we're going to make tonight is the other fun fold that you'll get to see. And, oh, I didn't show you this one, but if you saw last week's video, this is the one we did in class. And there's the corrugated, I corrugated this with the embossing folder. Okay. Hi, Donna. Okay. Let me just pull out my supplies here and get rid of some of this that I don't need. And I will show you start to finish how to put this card together, which I was going to say is not here. So it looks like this, and I'm calling it a crossbody. That's not what they're calling it, and I don't, I can't remember what they're calling it, but I wore my purse over my chest, and I know 31 has a crossbody. And we're just going to cross this over here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You can call it whatever you want. It's diagonal fold or whatever. You will need a cutter for this. And I started out with my cardstock at 5.5 by 8.5. So 2 things, score it at 4 1/4. And then on this end, over 1.5 inches. So what I did was I came down here a little bit so that I could turn my paper and it would still be not hitting the top. I'm going to put that at the 1.5 inch mark, which is the very edge over here. And then this edge goes in the track. Okay. So I'm going to cut that diagonal. We're going to use this piece, so don't get rid of it. And then this becomes our front. Okay. The layer for the front is 4 by 5 1/4, our typical front layer, but we need to cut off this angle. So what I suggest is line this up one here so that it's 1/8 of an inch around, and then just scoot it 1/8 inch out to the edge. I'm saying about 1/8 of an inch. So that and we did this in another fun fold one time, makes it really easy to do. When you turn it around, you're going to cut it right where the cardstock is. And I'm moving both of them together, at least I'm trying to, till I get them both to the track. And then I'll just cut that piece off. And when I move it back over, it will be in the right position. Okay, does that make sense? All right, I'm not quite done yet, so I don't need this piece, but I did grab, hopefully, I grabbed this piece for our bottom part, and this is going to go across the bottom here, but we need to put our designer paper on it. And I don't have a measurement for this because we don't need it to come the whole way out here, so I think this is cut at 4 inches. So the same thing applies. I'm going to put it where you would see about 1/8 of an inch on each piece. And then I'm going to come up about 1/8 of an inch. And then we're going to turn it over. And this you could put a piece of washi tape on or something so that it doesn't move on you because it's a little smaller than the other, a little bit more difficult to manage. And you hope that it doesn't move. I'm sitting here looking to see if I have any washi tape laying anywhere. I probably do. I'm going to hopefully just, it's scooted. It's really hard to let go of something and not shake it. Okay, let me just see if I have some washi tape in here. Well, you know what? Will work. I'm going to get one tiny little piece of this off of here because Seal Plus comes in little strips. I just get one. There's one on my finger. If I can get it to stay on there and not be too sticky. Okay, let's try this again. Second time's a charm. Hi, Karen. Hi, Lynn. Okay, so again, I'm lining it up with 1/8 of an inch around both sides here. I'm going to scoot it up about 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to just press that down and hope that my sticky stuff is there. There we go. Okay, now I'm just lining that blue up in the track and cutting off this edge. Now when we flip this over, I'll just twist that and take it off. We'll be able to line that up right here. Okay, I'm finished with this, so let me just put that back. Let's go ahead and glue these down just so that we know what we have finished. Okay, and then put some adhesive on here. I might want my green glue for this little. I'm not going to go clear to the end because I know I got to cut that off, but I want to get this end part. All right, there we go. Now, I will tell you this, when you go to glue this on here, just be really careful because you don't want to glue this top corner because it's not going to be touching anything. If you glue it, you'll have glued your card shut. All right, so I'm going to encourage you to just eyeball this and just add a little bit of adhesive right here and then just start on down here a little bit. And then we'll stick it down. Like so. There's my little crossover. And we're just going to snip this end off. Pretty quick and easy, right? And it just gives you a different look to the front of your card. I just think it's so cool. I saw this from several different people. The most recent one I saw was from my friend Laura Siki. She's my friend just because I watch her stuff and I tell her what a beautiful job she does. And I don't think I've ever met her in person. Okay. I'm going to do the inside. I tried a couple different things. I tried embossing this side in here and decided that I want to stamp it. And so let me just grab a piece of scrap paper here. And I'm going to use this stamp from the set. And this is gray granite. It matches the gray in the front of the card. But I want it to be really light, so I'm just going to stamp it off, and stamp it again. So I'm doing like the second and third generation of color here. Just to create a nice little border of leaves. All right, and that's all. Whoops. I'm going to leave the rest open to be able to write a note. But check out how pretty this is when you close it and you just get to see that leaf pattern there. All right, done with that color. And I'm going to get rid of that ink pad. We're going to use, actually I'm not done with that color. I lied. I forgot. The next one I'm going to stamp with this, and I used the dies from this bundle here to cut out this piece, which is almost, it's the third from the smallest. So it doesn't really fit this piece, but it actually looks nice. And because my table here has got wood grain in it, I'm going to actually pull this out so that it, and I'm also going to stamp this off because I want it to be a subtle background. and it's going to go over the edge design a little bit. And then I'm going to take the thank you from this set, and we're going to add that right here. Now you could do another piece of paper, piece of cardstock, but I stamped it light enough that it will go right on there. And I didn't want to get the front too busy that you miss the cool pattern, so I kept it there. Then I wasn't sure what color I wanted to back this. It would look okay, I think, without a backing on it. But I went and I pulled out my new paper. They gave us a pack of this for our make and takes. And I will tell you, the edge of it gets very, very hairy. But this is the new. You see how blue that looks? It really in person looks more gray. It really depends, I guess, what you put with it. But when you put it next to this blue, it doesn't look very blue. It's called Secret Sea. And it does remind you, if you're out on a boat and it's stormy and you have this really dark ocean, it really does look like that. But I was on a group, and they were talking about what color family does it go with. And it's really difficult to say, because you could almost compare it to Pretty Peacock or Night of Navy, and it really doesn't fit any of those. And it's not black. I'm trying to think if I have a piece of black here. I don't think I do. But anyways, I wanted it to be something sort of neutral to go with this card. So again, let me go ahead and put my ribbon on here. Now, I'm not using the white ribbon with this. I decided to use this set of neutral baker's twine, because it comes in the gray granite color, and I thought it would coordinate nicely with this. So I'm going to add just a bow of that on here. There we go. Thanks, Talara. I'm glad you like it. All right, let's add some dimensionals to that. And again, I don't want to put it over here. So that's this side up here. When I put my other one together, I had to take it off because I put it in all four corners. And you don't want to do that. Now I could, if you're concerned that it's going to flap around, you could put one here so that it's gives it a little more stability. And then I'm just going to sit this right in here. And then I'm going to tuck, this is the leaf that I cut out from that new set that I got. Isn't that cute? Don't mind my dirty green hands. And I'm just going to put a little touch of glue, green glue, on here and tuck that a little bit to the side here. I just felt like it needed something that was, I love these neutral greenery type things. I know it's not green, it's neutral, but I just love to be able to accent with those. All right, and then we can pull out the gems and use those, which I laid here. And I wasn't sure what went best. I'm gonna use, I think I'm just gonna use the white for this. So we'll throw, because we can pull this white out and the other colors don't really coordinate with what we have going here. So that's why I feel like the white is going to be the safest. Let's put one here. So there we go. And we have the inside where we can write. All right. So I hope you guys like that. And it's maybe a new pattern you could try to just change up your crafting a little bit. And it's not a lot. It's not a lot of different flaps or folds. It doesn't make it a lot heavier. So it's still going to send very easily, even though it's a fun fold. Okay. So I think that's everything that I had to show you tonight. Thank you for joining me, even though I was late. I appreciate it. And I will see you hopefully next Monday. if not before. Make sure you check out, I'm posting some stuff about retreats and pictures and things like that. So over the week, make sure you're checking back to see the ideas I'm sharing from convention, not retreat. And that is everything. So have a great night. God bless you.